everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to a makeup video. So today we're talking empties. Now, I do not do a monthly empties video because I don't get that many empties, and I'm really only ever interested in makeup empties. Like I find, because I know what I like with my skincare, and a lot of the times, even if somebody does have very similar skin conditions that you have, some things might work for you that don't work for others, some things that work for others don't work for you. So when it comes to like skincare or general health and hygiene care, it's all about personal choice. So I don't find empty videos like that interesting. I watch them to support my friends and people I like on YouTube because I want to support their channel. But for me personally, I don't find telling you about, you know, the makeup wipes that I use as interesting, or a face mask was interesting, because a lot of the times it's, yeah, I was comfortable using the face mask. It didn't break me out or anything. It was okay. And there's not much else to say about it. So for me personally, doing monthly empties videos is not worth it. But I have been keeping all of my makeup empties for the last 6 months in this little drawer, because I don't have a lot. It's one of the old Manny and Lola boxes that I used to get, because they were a drawer system. And I kept a couple which I used to store stuff in, like my makeup empties. So I'm going to go through with you what I got in here, and let you know what I have used up in the last 6 months. So we're going to start off as we would start our faces and go in with primers. So I have 3 primers. The first one is a full size, and this was the Figs and Rouge Soft Focus Pore Perfect HD Matte Veil Primer. As you can see, it was in a project pan and I did use it up completely. Now, I thought this was going to be, I kept saying that this was a silicone based primer. It's not until I actually started using a silicone based primer, i.e. the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, that I realised this was never a silicone based primer. This is a very moisturising primer. It does claim that it is weightless matte serum which helps to minimise the appearance of pores and create a sheer complexion. It also goes on to say that it's anti-blemish formula and shine and delivers a microfine soft focus effect and helps fade imperfections and promote a clearer balance. It says it's going to be a lot of things. What it was a very moisturizing kind of primer, and I don't know, when I think about when I used it, I remember not liking it very much, but now that I'm using the Smashbox primer, I kind of miss this one. Would I repurchase this though? No, I would not, because A, not sure where I would buy Figs and Rouge products from. Might have to be somewhere like Beauty Bay or Feel Unique or somewhere like that. But I haven't seen many Figs and Rouge stands in my local Boots or Superdrugs or anything like that. So I'm not sure where I would get it from. I think I got it in a glossy box, if I remember rightly. But I kind of know what primers are like nowadays, and it wasn't this one. So that's that one. Then I have this mini MAC Strobe primer. It is completely used up. I cut it open because I loved this product. This was the pink light version, so it had like a pink tinge to it. Now you could say that this is a liquid highlighter, but I used it as a primer underneath my foundation. I did try to mix it in with my foundation at one point, but that didn't quite work. It kind of curdled the foundation for me, don't know why, but absolutely loved this as a primer. I would just kind of apply it to like my cheekbones, like a liquid highlighter almost, but just sort of like to my cheekbones here, and then also round here as well, and it would just give that real nice glow underneath my foundation that I really liked. I would definitely love to repurchase a full size of this. I am hoping to ask for some for Christmas maybe, because I would love to get this back into my collection. I actually do miss this. This was in a project pan and I did use it up completely. And then the other thing, which was also in a project pan, and I did cut it open as well, like that, and use it up completely. This was the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. It was just a little mini. This was in the original shade. Now, although I did like using this product, I felt like it was a step too many for my makeup routine. Do I need a separate primer for my eyes than for the rest of my face? No, not really. Because I do use an eye gel when I'm doing my skincare, I use a separate eye gel to face cream, and then I also use a cream eyeshadow as my eye base. I use the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, or sometimes I will just use whatever foundation is on my brush, on my sponge, to just go over my eyes, just to give my eye base a bit of a thing. And I find that that is more than what I need. I don't tend to just put a clear, or as this is, it's a kind of a clear sort of thing. It doesn't give me much colour on my eyelids. And I have quite, like, if I don't put like a cream coloured base onto my eyes, I feel like I can't get the bold colours that I love to wear to stand out properly. So yeah, I just don't, as great a product as this was, I don't think it fits into my routine, so I will not be purchasing another one of those. If I got one as a free gift or something, or sample of, then yeah, I'd happily use it, but I would never pick it as a free sample, like from Pick and Mix, from Feel Unique or anything like that. I don't think I would pick it as a sample from there, because I already know that it doesn't fit into my routine. But if I got it as a free sample, like I didn't know I was getting it kind of thing, I would still use it. Moving on to foundations, we have one full size, one mini, and 3 samples. So the 3 samples all came from Avon. I don't really count these in my makeup inventories, but I did keep them to show you. I had the Avon Power Stay foundation, and then I had 2 of the Avon Flawless liquid foundation. In truth, I mixed them all together into one little pot and I just used it all up. I will say that I was not impressed. Was I not giving it a proper chance because I mixed the 2 foundations together and maybe didn't give them the best chance? Maybe, but you know, I didn't feel, they didn't sit well on my skin. That could have been my primer, but I just feel like they didn't work well with me. Did they match me? Were they colour matched with me nicely? Yes, they were exactly the right colour. One was in porcelain, one was in light ivory, and the Power Stay one was also in porcelain. So I was around the right colour, but I just didn't like the formula of these foundations. The mini foundation was a YSL Touche Éclat Le Teint foundation. It was the Awakening foundation. There does look actually like there's a little bit more in there, so if I cut this open, there's probably a bit more in there. Am I going to bother cutting it open though? No, I am not, because although this was a nice foundation and it really was a beautiful foundation, the colour fitted me as well, although this doesn't tell me what shade it's in. YSL is just a brand that is just a little out of my price zone. Every time I look at it, I just think, grandmas. Nothing to say there's anything bad about being grandmas. I might be one myself in the next 5 to 10 years, but oh god, Just need a moment. Whew, that's kind of a scary thought. Anyway, scared myself then. YSL is just not a brand that I'm drawn to. I'm interested in their products. It's just not one that enters my mind. So I probably would never purchase this, even if I did like it. And then the other one is my Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F4. This was the one, am I thinking of the right one? Yeah, the one with the giant doe foot applicator. Oh, there's some on there as well. You know when you've been scraping your product out and then you go, you know what, I'm done, it's finished, and then you go to show that it's finished and then there's a load of product on the doe foot applicator to make you out like a liar. That's what that just did. I did like this foundation. I do like Revolution foundations, but I am steering away from the full coverage from now on, trying not to purchase any full coverage foundations in the future because I am gearing more to a lighter coverage. My skin is getting older, as we've just discovered. And I need a lighter coverage on my skin. I'm very lucky in that I don't have acne prone skin. I don't have too many wrinkles at the moment or anything, but I am gearing more towards a lighter cover of foundation. So I will not be repurchasing this one, but I did like it when I was using it. Moving on to powders, we only have the one. This was a mini of the KVD Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. So it was like this, had a little sifter in it. This was also in a project pan. It was in my 22 in 2022 project, and I did use it all up. I will say that although I did like to use this as an under eye setter, near the end of me using it, it was starting to clump, so I feel like its light and fluffiness was starting to go away. What's the word I'm looking for? To disappear, to not work anymore. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it was starting to clump up around the side, and you can even see where I had to scrape the edge to try and get it away from the edges, because it was just starting to clump, and I didn't like that. I think if you're gonna get a loose setting powder, then it needs to be light and fluffy, because once it starts losing that light and fluffiness, it just becomes too clumpy and cakey on your skin, and I didn't like that. So yes, I am again starting to steer away from powders because, again, older skin doesn't like it. Plus I have dry skin, so technically I shouldn't be using powders anyway. So yeah, that is that. Then let's go to face powders. So I do have one bronzer and one blusher used up this year. I'm so excited for this because this is a very rare occurrence for me. So the Hoola Benefit bronzer was this, and these are their like minis. I have to hold the pan in because it falls out. I wish it was magnetic, because then I would put it in my magnetic pan, but anyway. So yeah, I used all of this up. I love this shade of bronzer. It is the perfect shade for me. When I have used up a few more of my bronzers, I will probably go back and repurchase this in like the bigger pan, because in the full size, because this is definitely a bronzer that I absolutely love. I might even just repurchase it in this small size, because this little thing lasted me for a good 2 years. I want to say it really did last me a very long time, and it was the only bronzer I was using. So I'm loving the fact that they've brought out some new blushes, but they've brought them out in like a mini box size. So rather than the big boxes that they normally do, they brought them out in a mini box instead of these plastic packagings. which I really like. So I would definitely, I'm tempted to buy one of those blushes, but anyway, but I would definitely buy like the mini Hoola bronzer in the future, because it's just perfect shade for me. Love it, absolutely love it. And the Rocketer blush, this was again an absolute favourite of mine. The pan isn't falling out of this one, we're all right with this one. But I used it all up. People thought I was crazy putting a blush into a project pan, but I knew I was so close, and I wanted it to be on camera when I actually finished this one. So yeah, so happy that I finished a blush this year. It doesn't happen very often. I think I finished 3 blushes since I've been project panning, so this is a very rare occurrence for me. Absolutely loved this blush. This blush fitted me so well. It was perfect for summer, autumn, winter, spring. It was just, I was trying to think of that last one. It was just perfect, all round perfect blush. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to think about whether it would fit the eye look that I was creating. I didn't have to think if it would fit the time of year that I was wearing it. It was just a perfect all-round blush. And if I had to get rid of all my blushes, what a horrible thought, this would be the first one that I would repurchase, because it was just so stunning and so beautiful, and I loved it. So yes, would definitely repurchase this one. Next we'll go into, shall we go into lips? So first of all, I have used up some Huda Beauty lip samples. So these were given to me, and a few more were given to me by my good friend Charlotte, and I've already used up 3 of them. So the first one is Provocateur. Absolutely loved this shade, and luckily enough I do have a Maybelline Colorstay liquid lipstick in the shade Visionary, which is an extremely similar shade. The Visionary is slightly more like purpley mauve colour than this one. This one is a bit more greyish, but once they applied on the lips, they were almost exactly the same, so close, you couldn't really tell much of a difference unless you were looking like really close. So very happy with that. Then we had Catwalk Killer. Now I do love these purple tone lipsticks, but I do have a purple lipstick called Heroine from MAC, and if I'm going to go purple, I'm going to go all in purple like that. So was very happy. And then of course there was Lady Boss, and as you can tell, I do really like these deep maroon sort of coloured lips, and well, as you can tell, I have other lip colours that are very similar to this. So I did use up these 3, but I do have lipsticks already in my collection that that match these colours, so I'm quite happy to stick to those. Then I have 2 lipstick samples here. I have one from MAC, which was in the shade Marrakeshmere. Now the funny thing about this was I got a full size of Marrakeshmere as a free gift from MAC, because I spent £40 or something or stupid, that was the promotion at the time. But then they also sent me with my order some free samples of 3 of their Powder Kiss lipsticks, and Marrakeshmere was one of them. So I thought, well, before I try the full size, I will try the sample to see if I really like it. And I did. I really loved it. It's such a beautiful like orangey brown, and it's just so stunning. It was going to be perfect for like the autumn time. It's going to be absolutely stunning, and I really loved that Powder Kiss formula because it felt matte but not dry on my lips. So I would love to purchase some more of the Powder Kiss formula lipsticks from MAC, because I've tried this formula and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, I've used up that. And then I also used up an Urban Decay lipstick sample. I think this was in the shade Blackmail. it's all rubbed off on the back. But this was a beautiful purple shade, and I absolutely love this so much. It was just my kind of shade. It was like a deep purple, plummy sort of colour. Absolutely love this. So yeah, that was used up as well. Let's go on to liquid lipsticks. I have managed to finish up one. This is my NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Exotic. This was recently finished up in a project pan. I did debate whether to put this in here because it's now July, but yeah. I am so excited that I have managed to finish up a liquid lipstick this year. I think this might be the only liquid lipstick I've ever finished, because generally 9 times out of 10 I have to declutter my liquid lipsticks because they've gone bad before I can finish them up. But I finished this one and I'm so proud. The fact that it's a mini really makes me disheartened, because I don't have that many liquid lipsticks left, and 4 of the liquid lipsticks I have are only, well, they're less than a year old because I got them at Christmas last year. But the other 3 that I have are pretty old, so I do need to be concentrating on them. However, I don't want to be neglecting my 4 new ones because I don't want them to go off before I use them as well. So yeah, I'm put off buying any more liquid lipsticks now because of how long it took me to use up just this little mini of a liquid lipstick. So there is that. And then going on to lip liners, I've managed to use up one. This was a Revolution lip liner in the shade Noble, so it was a nice chocolatey brown, which I really liked. So it was that sort of shade. I really did like this, but it had dried up by the time I got to the end of it. So it kind of got shorter and shorter very quickly because I had to keep sharpening it. But I really did like this. This was from their old lip kits that they did many moons ago. So I'm glad to have this gone. But I am now looking for a new brown lip liner to wear with my brown lip colours, because I don't currently have one in my collection. Next we go on to lip glosses, and I have finished 3. I never used to be a lip gloss kind of girl. I used to hate lip glosses because it would get caught on my lips. My hair would get caught on my lips, should I say. But I've recently come to the realisation, Nicola, you wear your hair up all the time. So maybe, just maybe, I can wear some lip glosses. And I did, because I finished 3 up. So the first one I finished on, I was actually working on like behind the scenes, and it was the e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Mint Sprinkle. So as you can tell, it was like this really shimmery lip gloss with like a mint shimmer there, and it did have a really tingly feeling as you applied it. Did I feel like my lips were any plumper? No, not particularly. They stung a little. Well, they didn't sting, they tingled. But I didn't realise them getting any plumper after wearing this. But it was a nice, easy to use lip gloss, and yeah, it's all gone. And then I used up my Disney's Little Mermaid lip gloss from Revolution, or I Heart Revolution. This is like a lip topper, it says, rather than a lip gloss, because again, it's one of those really shimmery lip glosses. I will say that now that I have pulled out the stopper, and even though this is technically empty, it is leaking everywhere. I probably could, yeah, I probably could have got some more usage out of that. Oh well, never mind. So it is still leaking everywhere, but and it's leaking little spots all over my little box. But yeah, I'm gonna have to properly clean that out because I'm done with that one. I'm not gonna be using it anymore. But yeah, what I've come to realise is stop buying lip products that are shimmery like this, because I will only wear them around the house, will not wear them outside, and there's absolutely no point in that whatsoever. So yeah, it was good, but I wouldn't repurchase. And then I have one of the MAC lip gloss lip glosses. These are a much thicker formula than like the e.l.f. one and the Revolution one. This was in the shade TikTok of the Town. It was from last year's Christmas collection. And it was a beautiful, beautiful sort of nude colour. Absolutely gorgeous, really, really stunning. Loved this so much. I will definitely be repurchasing more MAC lip glosses in the future. I do like to, this came from the Christmas collection, and I will probably be looking at what is coming out for their Christmas collection this year, and we'll probably pick up another set of their lip glosses if they do them, because I absolutely love this formula, and it only took me about 2 or 3 months to finish this off, so I'm not too worried about having quite a few lip glosses in my collection, because I know that if I focus on them I can get them done pretty quickly, unlike the liquid lips, which take me forever to finish. So yeah, that's that one. Definitely would repurchase another MAC lip gloss in the future. And then the other lip product I have is a lip oil. This was from collection You Do You thing, and this was in Blush 1, a glossy high shine finish with natural oil to hydrate and nourish lips, and it has argan oil and is vegan suitable. So you can see there that it was kind of like a pinky sort of colour, really, really nourishing on my lips. Whenever I had really dry lips, and I do get dry lips quite frequently, I would apply this and it would sort them out within 24 hours. I remember at one point I had extremely dry, cracked lips. I think I'd used a lip balm from Dr. Paw, and it, for whatever reason, it just didn't work on my lips. I know a lot of people do like the Dr. Paw lip balms. I had the red one, but I found that whenever I applied it, it would make my lips so dry and so sore. It was not comfortable, and it was not nice at all. And so I purchased this to try and use as a lip oil, to try and sort out that issue, and it cleared it up, you know, within 24 hours or so. So I was very, very happy with this. Would definitely repurchase. Moving on to eyes. I have 3 eyeliners. The first 2 are from Avon. This is the Glimmer Stick in Silver Lights and the Glimmer Stick in Sugar Plum. So these are the 2 shades. Absolutely loved these eyeliners. They were the twist up ones, and I really, really enjoyed the colours from these. The silver one was not too like visible on your eyes, but it did leave a beautiful like shadow, like a grey shadow on your eyes. And then the plum one, I was a little bit worried, because sometimes if you use like a pink or a red eyeliner, you can look like you've got a little bit sore eyes, but this one was just the right shade of plum to really emphasize like a pink eyeshadow look. So I really, really liked these 2. Would definitely repurchase. And then I have a L'Oreal eyeliner pencil in Resting Khaki. I would definitely repurchase this one. It was absolutely stunning. It's definitely an empty product there. Beautiful color. It was the color on the lid, and I absolutely loved this mossy khaki green on my eyes. Perfect color. I would definitely repurchase this in the future. If not from L'Oreal, then from another brand that did a very, very similar color. The next one I'm going to show you is a cream eyeshadow. Yes, I finished a whole pot of the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Permanent Taupe. There it is. It was a sad, sad day when it happened, but not too sad, because I have since repurchased this product because I absolutely love it. It is my favourite eyeshadow base for my... This is great as an eye base for if I'm doing a bronzy or even a golden eyeshadow look, and I absolutely love it. It really makes those eye colours pop on my eyelids. So yes, I highly recommend the Maybelline Colour Tattoos as eye bases for your eyeshadow if you really want them to pop. Okay, so the next thing I have is 2 mascaras. The first one of those is the Bourgeois Push Up Volume Glamour mascara. I kind of liked this one. So this was the brush on it. I liked it. As you can see, there's still plenty of product on here, but it was starting to get really dry and flaky on my eyelashes. So which was starting to irritate my eyes, so I called it done. It had been open for about a year, 9 to 12 months I would say, because I don't throw them out at 3 months or even 6 months, because I'm not wearing makeup every day. So I tend to keep my mascaras open a bit longer. But it was starting to dry out, was starting to flake, and it was starting to irritate my eyes, so I called it an empty. And then this one is the Rimmel Extra 3D Lash. This is actually the 3rd one of these that I have ever purchased. This is my favourite mascara I've ever purchased. It's just a really beautiful brush. I love that it's kind of like it's thicker in the middle and then goes thinner at the end, but then when you turn it like that, it's actually flat. So it's like in the shape of an oar, if like on a rowing boat, and so you can really get in there. It's not a mascara that is going to give you like that big fluffy lash effect, but what it does do is give you a very natural, beautiful mascara look. And what I like this one for is that when a mascara like this is really thick and clumpy on your lashes, this one is going to come in and just separate all those lashes and just make them look more natural and more beautiful. So I would definitely repurchase the Rimmel one again. I don't think that Bourgeois are selling makeup anymore. I certainly haven't seen a Bourgeois stall in Superdrug or Boots for a long time. But I would definitely repurchase the Rimmel Extra 3D Lash mascara for myself, because as I say, this is a 3rd one, so the chances of me buying a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th is very likely, because it's stunning. I love it. It's just the right amount of mascara that I like, especially for the more natural looks. So yeah. Next we have my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Maybe possible spoilers for my 22 and 2022 project pan, depending on when this video goes up. But I have now finished my Urban Decay setting spray. I love this as a setting spray. I would like to purchase the full size, but I'm going to keep this little bottle for like travel purposes. So in the future this can go in my makeup bag for when I travel, and I'll just pour in from my setting sprays in the future. So I'm going to be using this bottle for traveling in the future, but I really do like the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I really do feel like it does set my makeup, and I don't know if it makes your makeup last longer. To be fair, my makeup stays on my face pretty well, but I do like it. And I like the sprays on these ones, so yeah, there's that. And last but not least, I have finished one nail polish this year. This is the L'Oreal nail polish in Rouge Pinup. It was a bright red, and as you know, if you've been watching me for a while, bright red nail polish, bright red lips are just not my colour. And I have far too many red nail polishes in my collection. So I'm really happy that I have managed to finish one of them at least. This was a bright red letterbox kind of red. And it really was nice because it had kind of like a slight metallic look to it. So I really, if I'm going to go for a red, it's going to be a metallic kind of red. Or a maroon red, But yeah, I managed to finish up a whole nail polish. So those were all my empties. Let me count them up for you so you have a total number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. And then I'm not going to count these because they were kind of single use, sort of 2 or 3 uses. So 24 products that I have finished in the last 6 months. That's not too bad actually, because that's what? Averaging about 5 makeup empties a month. That's not how it happened, I can tell you that now. But it does average at about 5 makeup empties a month with 24 empties. So no, 4 empties a month. Maths, Nicola. Got a B in maths. It's okay. So yeah, averages about 4 empties a month. That's not how it worked out, but that's what it has come to. So 24 empties in 6 months. I'm very happy with that, especially as I have finished both a bronzer and a blusher this year, and I've finished a liquid lipstick this year. And a cream eyeshadow. Those are some big items in there. Not big as in size, but big as in those are items that take me a very long time to finish. So I'm really happy with this collection of empties. I will do another empties, makeup empties at the end of the year, probably actually in January 2023, because December is a very busy month for Project Pan finales, and also just Christmas and my daughter's birthday as well in December. So there is a woman sweeping the road. That doesn't happen very often. Anyway, it's not even her job. She's just casually sweeping the road. Anyway, so yeah, I will do another empties for the year probably in January 2023. But I'm very happy with 24 empties so far. That's pretty darn good. I think I only had about 24, 25 empties for the whole of last year. So, I don't know, maybe my project pans are a lot more successful this year. I don't know. But that is it. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.